All right, the creators of Burnout are taking the Need for Speed series back to its roots with a new game focused on LA's favorite hobby, running from the cops.
Criterion Games creative director Craig Sullivan is here to show us the new Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
So, I was one of many that when we saw this at the EA press conference went, yes, this is what I wanted to see in my Need for Speed. What are you doing with the game besides sort of taking it back to everyone's fond memories of the originals?
Well, it's definitely the case that Criterion Games are reinventing Need for Speed for a connected generation. So we're really going big on friends, play between friends, and going big on cop and racer side. So you get to play as a full career online and offline as a cop, and a full career online and offline as a racer. So we found out that actually one of the biggest, most requested features in the last 7 years of Need for Speed is that people have been playing a lot as the racers, but now you get to play fully as a cop. So that's big for us. Also, we're really going big on something called Autolog, which is a revolutionary suite of connected features that allows you to play with your friends even when you're not online at the same time. So simple example of that is you live in the States and I live in sunny Guildford back in the UK, and we live in completely different time zones. So you play a race, you set a good time on the race. I wake up the next day, I boot up the game, Autolog recommends that you've played the game while I've been away, and it says that you've beaten my personal best. One button press, I get to play that and then push it back to you. So there's a lot going on there.
And how are the players' campaigns going to be different if you're playing as a cop or playing as an outlaw?
An outlaw or as a racer. I mean, they're two very different things. The cool thing about Hot Pursuit and the fact that you get to play as a cop and a racer is they're very understandable roles, right? Everybody's seen those crazy TV shows about the cops chasing after the bad guys on the freeway, so they kind of know that if you're a cop, you drive, you've got the big lights and the cool car, and you get to go really fast, and it's not illegal. As the racer guy, you get to drive as fast as you can and just try and get away from the cops. So everything on the racer side is focused on driving really fast and racing and outrunning the cops and escaping. And the cops are all about chasing down the racers and busting them in a really spectacular way.
Now, in terms of busting them, is it pretty much driving them off the road? How can the cop resolve this pursuit?
Yeah, again, I mean, we wanted to try and keep it as realistic as possible in terms of people's expectations. So, going back to those crazy TV shows, the cops just get up behind them and kind of, smack them. They call in the helicopter support. They generally just try and smash the car up and get them off the road. That's pretty much what you do in the game. The racer takes damage from the cop every time he hits them hard, and it ultimately ends up in the car smoking and kind of, a bit smashed up, and then the next hit takes them out and causes the car to tumble down the road.
Now, if I'm going online, can I pick for every race I want to be a cop or I want to be a racer, or is this something like I'm going to pick cop and go all the way and try and bust as many people as I can? It's
totally up to you. I mean, the game is who do you want to be today? So sometimes you'll wake up and you think, right, I want to be a cop, I want to chase people down, I want to chase after my friends, You might find out that he's playing and he's online today and he's...
And I'm definitely chasing him down.
If he's your most wanted, you want to go in and you want to bust him, right? So you could just do that and you go on the epic chases all around our open world environment. We have 100 miles of open road where you get to drive your cars as fast as you can. And if you want to play as a cop and just chase after guys and bust them all day, you can do that and you'll progress. If you want to play as a racer without the cops in the game, then you can do that as well. We try and cater for as many different possibilities.
All right, well, you have made me a very happy man, as same for many fans of the Need for Speed series. Thank you so much for your time, Craig.
Thank you very much.